All right, welcome to the video. So in this video, we're going to be going straight to the point, and we're going to be breaking down a $250,000 a month info product funnel. And I'm going to show you exactly out of the strategies. Even to the end here, I'm going to show you all of the things that he could have done to his type form, as you can see. But you have to stick around to the end to see exactly how that is going to go down. Now, first of all, I'm going to go over here, and this is for Samuel Onuha. If you don't know who he is, he's in e-commerce, I guess, and he's been, blowing up on socials and whatnot. So we're going to start from the opt-in page here, and as you can see, this is quick free video reveals how you can start or scale your e-com business to 6 or 7 figures in 90 days. Now, this is a solid headline. I wouldn't personally change anything here, because at the end of the day, what we need to do is add curiosity to make them understand, okay, there's something actually behind opting into this page. And we also have something really good here, which is the video. And when they click on the video, we have this pop up, and I've opted into this, so I'm going to show you what the VSL page looks like. But this page has really everything that I would use on an opt-in page. The only thing that I would add on this page is adding in some social proof of how many students have been served, or just adding some simple video testimonials or written text reviews at that. Now, that's the first thing. Get free access. This opt-in page is good. Now, the place that we start breaking down a lot of stuff is really the main funnel. So if we go to the main funnel here, this is where you go to. As you can see, we have this video of Samuel here. Now, I'm not going to break down the video. If you guys want me to break down the video, I can break it down in a separate video. But anyways, we're going to start off from here. And if we look at this document that I have open here, let me move myself over. What you're going to see is that the first thing that is missing is an eyebrow text. And basically, an eyebrow text is just a text that's going to be above your headline, and it's going to call out your audience or call out a specific pain point. This is extremely important to make sure that the people who come on the page that we want to actually help out, they understand that this page is for them, because otherwise it will be very difficult. They have to read and understand who this is for, and that just adds a lot of friction, and you don't want that. You want to make it easy for them to identify, and I'm going to show you an example in a second. If you look at this, for example, this is a funnel that we built out for a client, and you can see how we're calling out the person who we're targeting, which is entrepreneurs filling stock. It's as simple as that. That's literally what you need to do. Here, for this particular funnel, it's attention B2B SaaS founders, straight to the point. On this one that we built for Narrow Knowledge, this is entrepreneurs making $50,000 a month or more. So you can see how that's straightforward, and it goes straight for the person we're trying to target, and that's extremely important. The next one, we have a lot of stuff, so you guys, better stay put. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be breaking down here, as you can see. Let me just show you guys that again. Now, the next one is the headline. So the headline needs to be a lot stronger, right? This headline that he has obviously could work if he has an extremely warm audience. But the problem with that is that not everyone is going to be, he's running ads to this. This could be a retargeting ad. But at the end of the day, if you're running a retargeting ad, he might be targeting some people that hit his YouTube, or even some people that might have come to his Instagram, right? Because retargeting is basically targeting people who have already shown interest in what you're trying to sell, right? It could be clicking on your landing page. It could be watching your video. It could be visiting your Instagram page. It could be any of this stuff, and you can retarget those people. Now, start or scale your e-com business to 7 figures. The reason why, I'm going to give you the reason why this could work, and the reason why it potentially isn't going to work very effectively. The number one reason why it's going to work is if the audience is extremely warm and they've been hit by his content over and over and over again, so they understand. But then, even at that, people still need to understand the system behind it. They still need to see a dream outcome in the headline there for them to take an action, right? So this is going to work for a warm audience, but it's going to be way more optimized for the traffic, whether that be organic or cold traffic, which is this is basically paid traffic. It's going to be way more effective if he has more curiosity here, if he has a dream outcome attached. Yes, there's a dream outcome here, which is scaling your e-com business to 7 figures, but it's not granular. It needs to be granular. If you look at this that we have here, so this says discover your true self, grow your business effortlessly, and create your desired reality by solely focusing on your mind or your money back. Let me show you another example. So this one says the predictable growth frameworks helping regular B2B SaaS founders book 92 plus monthly demos. And this is something that the best marketers understand. You need to add in a system there. You need to make it granular. You don't have to use every single component like curiosity, proof, the system, but you need to make it granular. This one here right here is just it's just is a surface level. I keep missing this stuff, bro. What the fuck? It's very surface level, right? So we want to go a bit deeper. Now for the sub headline, I actually like this sub headline. Usually I would say, okay, just support what the what the headline has said. But for this sub headline that we have here, I do believe that this is going to work. It's a sub headline, doesn't need to be anything, crazy. So this one says Elite by Samuel Onuha is a 90-day program, blah, 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 blah. It's good, to be honest. Now, the next step that we have here is and I'm going to move this down, bro. I keep getting this bullshit, bro. Fuck that. Now, the next one here is the CTA. So the CTA should be way bigger. And it should say, see if you qualify. This is very important because right now what it says is qualified today. Like, what does that even mean? Like, qualified today. Like, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't sound like it was written by someone who is in an English, a native English country, right? Because qualified today really doesn't mean anything. It needs to be, see if you qualified today. And that's where we come in. So if you need a landing page or funnel built out for your business like this, or like the ones that you're seeing here, all of this stuff, just click the link in the description and we'll see how it can help you. Anyways, yeah, going back to this, let's go back to this, bro. What the fuck? Now, the next thing that we need to fix here is the problems. On this landing page, there's really no problems at all. We need more pain intensification just below the fold, because the section below the fold doesn't sound relatable at all. So this is why we need something that is going to go over the problems. And let me show you an example here. So if we go to this landing page that we did for Narrow Knowledge, you can see right here, we already have some proof going on. And immediately we go into this, some of the problems that the prospect is going to be facing. Why is this important? When you're in marketing, you come to a realization, and that's you don't focus on the conscious part of the brain. You focus on the subconscious part of the brain. And one of the things that is going to reach the subconscious part of the brain very easily is pain. So when someone, think about let's say someone puts a flame to your hand or any part of your body, immediately you're not thinking about how to respond to the pain. Your subconscious mind is triggered to avoid that pain. So in order for us to create that same effect, we need to trigger the pain points that they have, the problems that they have, bring it to the forefront of their mind, and that way they don't need to do anything, and it's right in front of them. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, the next one here is going to be the mechanism of a false solution. Now, the reason why we need to have this section is because we need to break through the limiting beliefs about other products or business models that they might have tried in the past. This is very important because people have limiting beliefs, and when you're writing copy, what you're really doing is breaking through those limiting beliefs and showing them why your solution is going to be the best bet for them to solve the problems or the pain points that they have. So it's very important to have that. And if we show you an example, you can see that we do the same thing here on this funnel that we built for these clients. We show them the problems with the solutions that they've implemented before and why it's not working, and why our solution is going to be the best one is the next thing that we introduce to them right here. So it's very important to have the mechanism of the false solution, especially with his audience. They're going to have a lot of limiting beliefs. It's the e-com game. So many people have taken shitty dropshipping courses. So it's a good opportunity to differentiate himself and show why he's better than these other products, because he's getting a lot of traction now. And definitely there's going to be people who say, okay, this guy is a scam, or he's just showing his lifestyle, stuff like that. You need to make sure you attack all of those objections that they're potentially going to have. Now, the next thing that we have here is the solutions and benefits. So right here, if you look at this page, so he's really just leveraging, there isn't much here, right? Change your life in 90 days guaranteed, right? It won't be easy, but we will hold you accountable to every step, on every step of the way. And we have a picture of him, $2.8 million, him with a laptop, obviously looking good. Now, the problem with this section is it isn't bad at all. And this section could actually be very useful for something like a story section. And I'm going to show you an example here real quick. So for our client, Nero, for example, we have this section where we talk about him, right? And you can see how we use this images strategically and then place that into his story. That is where something like this could work extremely well. And I know this because this is actually working here. And we don't have anything that looks like that on this funnel right here. It's going to be a very good opportunity, number one, because of the story. And number two, because of the brand, the type of brand that they have built, it's just going to help them make them look more authentic, and it's going to make it easier for the prospect to buy into what they're trying to sell. So, like I said, they're leveraging the lifestyle, which makes the process easy, which helps the process. But if if you're someone who's been watching your content and you want to get the source and be like them, you need to show them what the system is and not what the lifestyle, because YouTube is basically lifestyle, right? You don't have to do that on the landing page again. You could if you want, but your main focus on the landing page or the funnel should be the system that they're going to use to achieve what you have achieved, if that makes sense. Now, the next one is going to be the offer. Now, for the offer here, we don't have any offer section here, really. I think we have some, we have some benefits here, but we need to show them a concrete offer of, okay, this is what I'm going to get, and this could serve, right? But the way we like to do it is we like to show them exactly all of the stuff that they're going to get, instead of like just make it a lot more concrete, right? So stuff like this: a Wicked Entrepreneurs private mentorship, weekly one-on-one coaching sessions, direct access, limited lifetime access, Entrepreneur 2.0 program, Entrepreneur Mastermind recordings. That stuff could be, broken down a lot, and this could serve, but it just needs to be a lot better, because this is not grand. It just seems like something that, someone just put words together and just put it on the page, which by no means this could obviously work, but the goal here is to make more money with the same traffic, right? Right now, you're going to be losing a lot of revenue by just having unlock insider resources. That doesn't really make sense. You need to make this stuff relatable, especially for a lot of people who want to learn how to do dropshipping are literally just brain dead, right? They're scrolling every day. They're seeing Lamborghini SVJs, probably rented. Some of them probably bought, who knows? But you need to make this, like, unlock insider resources isn't going to cut it, right? So round the clock guidance, you need to speak to these people like you're actually their bro, because this is how they think. So it's very important to understand that this section, I like this section. It's really, really good. And by the way, this is just being objective about this funnel. I'm not trying to be here. I actually love these guys. These are my Nigerian brothers. So, yeah. Anyways, social proof looks great. Like I said, a valuable ad here for this social proof. So we have some social proof here. Let's go. So I actually skipped some sections. Let's go back here. So after the offer, the social proof here looks good. This section as well looks good. This section looks good. I won't really change much here, because a lot of times less is more. So you don't want to add too much stuff and then give them information overload. But you want to keep it at the mid level where the information is there, but also it's not too much for them to consume. So that's very important. This roadmap looks good as well. The only thing that I would do here is design this a bit differently, right? And then CTAs obviously need to change. Now the customer testimonials, these ones look good as well. These ones look good. I think they look great. Now this is the meat of the stuff that I was talking to you about. This is where you're going to see all of the sauce. I'm going to give it to you guys. The type form. This is very important if you want to qualify people, so pay attention to this. So make the first step towards 7 figures and schedule your qualification call today. All right, let's try filling out this form. Then, bro, y'all niggas don't fucking dox me, bro. But anyways, let's see. Let's fill this out. And I'm going to, all right, so just added some of my data in there. This section is good. We're going to start breaking down from this one. So Instagram, just type in some shit. What does your day-to-day look like? Do you work full-time or part-time, or are you a student? Now, this question could be optimized to be this. So instead of what does your day-to-day look like, do you work full-time or part-time, or are you a student? We can make it this way so it's easier to understand. The flows better. So how do you typically spend your days? Are you running your business full-time or still in school? This is going to make it easier for them to understand, because right now, like, this question is a very good question, but again, we need to make it very easy. We need to optimize for reduction in friction. That's what you want to do with your funnel. Now, question 4. Let's go over here. So, just going to fill that in. Why do you want to have this call? This should be different, right? This is what we need to do. So instead of why do you want to have this call, we say, why do you think Samuel's guidance can help you get closer to your goals? This way, it's not just about the call, but it's about the person they're trying to buy into. We're trying to understand their mindset and why they think Samuel's guidance is going to help them get closer to the goals. Is it because they feel like it's going to put them in a Rolls Royce? Is it because they think they're going to fly out to Dubai? Is it because they think they're going to get access to him? We want to understand how they think, because we're optimizing for the best possible clients. So these responses are going to help us, funnel those people down and understand exactly how they think. So question 5. Let's go back here. Let's type in this. What is your current situation with your company? Briefly describe. So I would personally rewrite this to be, what's your current situation simply, right? Because some of these people are going to be in school, right? And some of them are going to be running the business. So let's just ask them, what is the current situation with your business? What is your current situation? This is going to help them it's going to help them answer the question. And also, if we don't want to exclude the people who are actually in school, because they could be in school, but then they also want to start a business. So we want to include them. So that's why we have to remove the company here. The next one is, let's go here. What is your desired situation with your business or yourself? Briefly describe. Instead of that, we could do, what is your desired situation? Simply. And what's going to happen really is we're going to have people describe a lot of different things, right? That could be business, that could be personal life. We just want them to explain it all. The next one. What is currently stopping you from achieving your goal? Now, what I would do personally here is say, what is the biggest thing stopping you from achieving your goal? So we just boil it down to one thing, right? We just boil it down to one thing instead of having them thinking that you have to reduce, again, friction. You have to make it possible for them to make it easy for them to answer the question, as easy as possible for them to answer the question. So that's why we're boiling it down to just one thing, so that you understand this is just one thing I have to input here. So the biggest thing that's stopping you from achieving your goal. The next question, and Samuel, sorry for filling out your form, but it is what it is. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how determined are you to invest in yourself now if you're a good fit within our coaching program? Instead of that, I would personally do, working with Samuel is not free and requires a minimum of 4-figure investment on your part in regarding to his coaching. Do you currently have capital available to invest in yourself? This way, you frame it differently, right? You do not need them. They are the ones who need you, and they need to understand that this is not free. It's very important to frame it that way. 5. So this question is actually, I think it could be a lot better. So we ask this question because we don't want to waste your time. What budget do you have available for a coaching program in your current situation? Knowing that it can be life-changing. Don't book a call if your budget is 1K to 4K euros max. I would change this to very simple. At this stage, how much are you willing to invest in your growth? Knowing that it could be life-changing as well. That's what I would do, right? Make it very, very simple. And after this, select an auction, let's say, and you can see here that they have 0.02. Let's deselect this. See, 0.2K, don't book a call. Personally, don't even add 0.2K, don't book a call, because some people might select 2.5K and then want to go book a call and then waste the time, waste your sales team time. You don't want that. So just 0.2K, remove don't book a call. And what you simply do, this might sound very obvious, at the same time it sucks, but what you do is redirect the unqualified prospects to a lower ticket course, because you can create that and you probably already have that, in your program, because he's running a coaching community. So it's going to be relatively easy, at least, to create a $995 course that these prospects are going to be redirected to. So that's what I'll personally do there. And 2.5K. How did you find us? Instagram, and then it's going to ask us to submit. And that's where, because if someone has 2.5, 0 to 2K to invest, it's going to redirect them to this page. So thank you for your interest. Our coaching programs are designed to be life-changing and come with an investment, blah, 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 blah. Basically just explaining that they are not qualified. Now, instead of doing this, but this is good. By no means you can do this for your business if you want to. But if you want to maximize that revenue, and since these people are already clicking on your page, you're paying for traffic, you want to at least get them into the low ticket course, so that they can take that and see the value that they give for $995. And if they see the value enough to invest into the high ticket coaching, then it's going to be absolutely beneficial. Even if you convert, let's say 10-20% of the people who buy the 995 course, it's a good return on investment, right? And let's see if we have anything left. The FAQs look good as far as I'm concerned. And the FAQs, always keep in mind, you have to create the FAQs based on the most common objections that your prospects have. This is what you need to do. So if you take sales calls, this is actually something that I do, so I'm just giving you this. Just take transcripts, if possible, of all of the sales calls, put it into ChatGPT Pro ideally, and just ask it questions. Tell it to give you the top, all of the objections in descending order of frequency. So tell ChatGPT to give you all of the objections in descending order of frequency and how you would handle those objections, right? And then use the answers that it gives you, make sure, edit it, and then try to make it fit your particular client, your ICP, and use that to answer the question. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's the end of the video. Remember, all of this stuff I said right now doesn't mean shit if you don't actually go and implement some of this stuff. So make sure you implement this stuff. Use this to hold yourself accountable. And also, if you need a landing page or funnel built out for your info product business or any kind of business at all, just click the link in the description and we're going to see how it can help you. With that being said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and peace. I'm out. My name is Brilliance.